Hi, I'm Michelle Carter, and I'm the owner of MCB Nurse Consultant. And I help directors and nurses in long-term care to overcome the exhaustion and frustration of having to do it all. We teach directors and nurses how to incorporate personality science, especially the bank methodology, into their leadership development so they can build strong teams, staff recruitment, and also have great outcomes. Our main goal is to make sure that our directors and nurses and clinical nurse leaders have great professional, personal, and clinical outcomes. And today I want to talk to you about professional development, personal development as a director of nursing. And is it a priority in your life? Before we get started, if you can like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, MCB Nurse Consultant. Personal development is so important for all of us. And as a director of nursing, our lives are so busy. I've been a director of nursing. It'll be 18 years this year in 2025. And it'll be 25 years I've been a nurse. And there's plenty of times that I didn't put myself first. I didn't put my personal development first. And when I talk about personal development, it depends on what's important to you and what's your values. For me, personal development is learning and growing, taking courses, being able to grow as an individual, professionally and personally. I like to be able to grow within my network. Some other people, personal development may be making sure that they're exercising every day, making sure that you have a daily routine. In the month of January, this is the perfect time to sit down as we start a new year and look at what your personal development is. And are you making it a priority as a director of nursing? We put our team and our family members and everybody first, but when are we going to pour into ourselves? For 2025, I started routines. I learned how to make my goals, make sure I have annual goals, make sure I have monthly goals, quarterly goals, and weekly goals. I also gave myself time to start pouring into myself. There's certain things that I'm doing this year that I haven't done before. One, I'm really practicing as far as eating healthy. And we all start the new year off as far as that, most of us. But I'm going to put more of a conscious effort into it. There's some things I had to take away so I could put more personal development for myself. One thing is for me to be able to be closer to build my spiritual connection, and by reading the Bible more than I've ever done before. That's something that's important to me, and taking that time and learning what I'm reading. Also, exercises and having a routine of how to balance my work life, my personal life, and being a nurse entrepreneur. What are you doing as a director of nursing to build your personal development? Are you going to take time out to set your goals down and take some time each day for yourself? Rather it's just taking a walk outside if you're able to if you're able to with the weather, or is it exercising? Is it peaceful time that you can just sit back and read? Is it quiet time for you to meditate and do visualization? Is it time for you to just connect with loved ones? Whatever that personal development is, I want you to be able to have that time. This is so important for our directors and nurses because we have such a stressful life that we have to learn to pour into ourselves. Being able to find ways to reduce your stress is so, so important. And I want you to be able to understand how that personal development can change your whole aspect. When we start pouring into ourselves, then we're going to have better outcomes. I know for me, when I stick to my routine in the morning, that I have a better day at work because I'm able to do that self-awareness. I'm able to connect spiritually, which is very important to me. And I'm also able to have my mind clear as I go into the workplace. And that is so, so important because once we cross that threshold into our facilities, we're bombarded with so many different things. Even the most stabilized facilities have issues that you're bombarded with. Whether it might be a family member complaint, or is a resident complaint, or you're dealing with staffing issues, or you're trying to make sure that you get a report, or there may be a clinical aspect that's going on with your team, going with your residents and with your team. You can have multiple falls. You can have an outbreak. Whatever the case may be, you're going to be hit with it as soon as you come into that building. So you want to be able to have the right mindset and the personal development to get you in the right space. the right headspace, if you want to say it, as you go through the door. It has taken me some time and over years learning and nurturing myself to be able to get there, and I want to be able to teach that to you. That's something that we're doing in our Leadership Roundtable cohort that we are now recruiting for the end of January, which is learning your mindset, help pouring into yourself, and finding how to find that best personal development for yourself. A lot of people like to journal. I also like to journal, and it helps me get my thoughts out, and it helps me to maintain and pour everything out that happened through the day so I can kind of take away and enjoy my time once I come home. As a director of nursing, I know how busy your job is. I do it every single day. But I want you to be able to remember there's some things that we just have to make a priority. And pouring into ourselves is a priority. You can still be a strong director of nursing and pour into yourself and be able to be the best that you can, professionally and personally. I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to join our Leadership Roundtable. We'll have the link at the bottom of that. And also, I want you to be able to come join our network. A network that I'm being part of is called Thriving Nurse Network. And it's being sponsored by the Nurses Feed Their Young. That's the movement so we can pour into nurses. I hope you have a great day, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to me and take the time to remember to to build yourself up with your personal development. Before we go, if you can like, share, and start our YouTube channel. And I'll talk to you soon.